What's going on, veterans? It's JB coming to you live. I am 100% Navy, Desert Storm, permanent total veteran. And in this episode, we're going to talk about some of the common mistakes that veterans make when trying to maximize their claim. I do a lot of consultations, so this is not theory. This is something that I'm teaching you ahead of time. See, if you don't do it right, the reality is you're going to be held up in the Bureau of Veterans Appeals docket conundrum, if you will. If you don't want to be hung up in the appeal docket conundrum, then doesn't it make sense to know ahead of time how to file correctly, how to put the pertinent data together for as your evidence is concerned, supporting documents, and meeting all of the 3 criteria to make you eligible for not only service connection, but a high value rating, okay? There are so many veterans right now that are lowballed, okay? If you want to be part of the average, or if you want to be part of the herd community, there's 20 million veterans out there, and there's 5 million veterans that are on the payrolls of the VA, but they're sheeple people. Why do I say that they're sheeple people? Because 8 out of 10 of them are being lowball claimed. I don't know about you, but when we joined the military, we didn't join to be average, did we? You're not average right now, but isn't it so sad that we will take mediocre over high achievement? When you apply for a job, they're looking for you to be a high achiever to maximize the company's revenue. Because if you just be average, you meet the goals, you just like everybody else in employees in the company. If you are not trying to exceed demand or exceed expectations on the job, you're not even valued. Am I correct? You know, I used to go through all kind of evaluations when I worked for a job, and they did them every 90 days. And they manage your performance. And it sounds like they're analyzing you as a human being for your performance, your labor, and everything else. And it's scrutinizing. But it's so sad that veterans won't scrutinize their paperwork. They won't scrutinize the law. And they want to be mediocre, do like the rest, and just throw things up against the wall and hoping that it sticks. Now, you know what else doesn't help is that you get information from other veterans or veteran service officers that tell you just throw it up against the wall. Just file. You'll even hear it at the highest level, at the secretary's level or the deputy secretary's level. We want you to file. We want to take care of our veterans. Well, anybody can file. But wouldn't you like to know what the criteria is to even receive benefits? Wouldn't you like to know what's on the application to file? Wouldn't you know what's the most important things that I need to focus on to get a high value claim, or not just filing and see what happens? See, the problem is most veterans do not value disability because they have that stigma, I'm not disabled. Or they have the stigma, I got a good job. And you working your butt off for taxable income. It's not passive at all. So your income is only as good as you are staying healthy. Am I correct? So with that being said, a lot of things that I see veterans doing wrong, I want you to understand the number one thing that I see is that veterans don't even have their service treatment records. Service treatment records from when you served active duty, when you served reserve duty or inactive duty reserve, whatever you did, even if you was medically discharged, you got a medical discharge of 30%, 50%, but you still don't know the other things that you went to sick call for. And you're just gambling. And guess what? You're amongst the herd of other veterans, with 8 out of 10 veterans getting lowball claims when you do that. And I know that you're better than that. You're better than that when you were serving active duty. You're better than that working for someone else on a JOB, where you're getting a fraction of the profits and you being taxed to death. I'm going to say that one more time. You spend more time being a high achiever for taxable income and working for someone else that gives you only a fraction of the profits. In the VA disability compensation, you get all of your money. There's no middleman. There's no tax man. and you won't even get down to the nitty-gritty and raise the bar when it comes to filing for your disability. You're going about it so hum-ha. You won't get your service treatment records. Number two things. Second most important thing that I see with veterans trying to get a consultation from me, the outpatient game is horrible. They don't even have a diagnosis for a migraine from a private doctor or a VA doctor. They don't even have a diagnosis for anything whatsoever from the private physician or the VA hospital, and they ask themselves, why won't I get service connected? Let me just give you the reasoning behind this. The VA is saying, okay, yeah, we see it in your service record. We see where the etiology is, the onset is. Where's the chronicity? Where's the ongoing going to the doctor about this same disability over time? You're not complaining about it. You want us to pay you for an injury that we see you had the injury, but it must not be bothering you. Because that's the position that the VA is going to take. It must not be that bad because you haven't shown me any documents where you went to a private doctor. You haven't shown me any documents where you came to see us. We know, but as soon as you come into the VA hospital, you flash your card, and we ask you what your social is. We might not even say hello to you, but we're going to ask you for your social security number, and we're going to put some data on you. Whatever come out your mouth is going to be data that's going to be recorded. There's a lesson in that in itself. Everything that comes out of your mouth is recorded to help you or hurt you. Whether you're complaining about a left ankle or a right ankle, whether you're complaining about a PTSD or MST. Okay? Now, so we got that out the way, those two things. Now, those of you that are trying to file need to know the third important thing. If you don't have your service treatment records, can you know exactly the date of an injury that happened 20-some years ago? I know the date of my injury, November 6, 1992, now because what? I got my service treatment record from the National Archives. I got my service treatment record sent to my home on a CD-ROM that I went through it line by line, page by page, event by event. And some of you right now say, well, Junius, I was too gung-ho in the military, in the Marines or the Army, and I didn't go to sick call. Well, that's your loss. See, they will hype you up to be this mean green fighting machine. But when it's time to pay you, you were so scared from your commanding officer, you didn't go to complaint. So there's no complaint. So you're going to get a denial letter that says your service treatment records are silent. That's that magic word. Your service treatment records are silent of any complaints. PTSD. You didn't complain about a traumatic event that you saw, a crash, a burn, or explosion. You didn't go to sick call about it. There's no service treatment records. MST, military sexual trauma. Something happened to you. You never told anybody. You didn't tell us superiors. You never told your commanding officer. You never told any friends. But you want us to pay you for something that imaginarily happened. How do you combat that? You know you need a buddy statement. Some of you too chicken and too lazy won't even find your old buddies. You can find your old buddies more so now than anything. I'm getting ready to go to a car wash if it gets dark in here. So you won't even go find your buddies on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that stuff. You, like I said, you want to be a part of the herd community by just doing just enough. And I'm sorry, but passive tax and free income, I'm going to turn the light on to see if we can get some light. And I apologize for it getting dark, but I got to wash this sap off my truck. But anyway, you guys will not go ham, if you will. If you're from the South, you know what ham means. You will not go ham for your disability, but you're going ham on a job. And your job can fire you. Your job is not going to give you passive income. You're going to have maybe a 401k balance of $100,000, and that's it. Most jobs don't even get retirement. So when are you going to wake up and say, I'm tired of being part of the herd. I'm tired of being mediocre. I'm tired of being average. I'm going to submit a bulletproof claim with New Life Veterans. I'm going to have my dates, my service treatment records. I'm going to have my outpatient game right for dates. Excuse my language. All right? And I know it's getting kind of loud. I'm going to have my dates right. I'm going to have my buddy statements if my service treatment records are silent. I'm going to go to these outpatient doctors for juniors to get this medical nexus because I got to meet the 3 elements of service connection. I got to. It's not if I am. And I don't care if I got to travel. I don't care what I got to do. I know one thing. We're talking about tax-free passive income. And as I mature and get older, my income is going backwards. So, excuse me for the loud noise. Bear with me. I'm going to take action. I'm going to take action the right way. I don't want my claim to be sitting in appeals. I don't want denials, and if I do, I'm gonna submit new and relevant information. I'm gonna call Mr. Bennett back, and we're gonna play game. We're gonna play ball. These are the things that's gonna keep you away from donating millions. And I'm not playing. I donated $900,000. I didn't know anything about disability. If you're at the ripe old age of 50, how many more years do you have left? Do you want to spend them years suffering financially, suffering medically, or do you want to spend them years in bliss? Because you have an unfair advantage, and you have an obligation and a duty to get your disability for you and your family. Yeah, I'm talking to you. If you're a female, I'm talking to you. If you're a male, I'm talking to you. You have a duty and an obligation to be medically fit and to be highly compensated through the VA by serving the greatest country in the world. If you need a free consultation right now, I want you to go to newlifeveterans.com. Excuse the noise. You get a free consultation. We got a lot of people in front of you, but that's okay. It takes us 30 minutes to an hour sometimes to do a consultation. So therefore, be patient. If you haven't filed in this long time with a high value claim, why are you so much in a hurry now? So put your name, number, email on the website, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.